So here we are. This is actually take two. Had this whole thing filmed a couple days ago. Gonna sit down and edit it, and I just realized when I did a little cleanup of some files, it's gone. All of it, gone, deleted. So we go with take two, and here we are. This video is all about this Patagonia black hole duffel, 40-liter size. So to do a proper comparison, we got some of the other favorite duffels of mine that I've used sparingly and off and on over the last couple of years. So let's compare those to the duffel. Second thing we're going to talk about is packing cubes. And a big thanks to Huckberry for sending me the Patagonia duffel black hole and also the packing cube, so we can do a little comparison to see what's the best packing cube for you, which one's for me. So we'll get out packing cubes, we'll do a little packing cube-arama after we do talk about the bags. And then, but the third thing I really needed to tell you is if you're watching this real time, you're gonna wanna go to Huckberry, link downstairs to the One Stop Travel Shop. On this webpage, you will find almost every bag that I've ever reviewed. They have them all in one place for you to just look at them and maybe purchase if you wanted to. There are some there that I haven't. Looking at you, Mystery Ranch Blitz. Some there on the Huckberry page that I'm going to probably review soon, but most of them that you're going to see on this channel all are, there for you to see in One Stop Shop. One Stop Travel Shop. And they got a bunch of stuff besides bags, travel attire, that kind of thing. Super cool. Definitely go check them out. And as a special bonus, if you go and buy a bag in the next couple of days after you watch this video, through the weekend, so if you're watching this in the future, sorry it's over, but you'll get 2 entries into their recent giveaway going on at Huckberry where you get 2 tickets to anywhere on the planet. Super cool. But you get double entries if you buy a bag through the weekend. So between now and the end of the weekend through March 10th, I believe you'll get double entries. But regardless, the long-lasting enduring part of this video is going to be the black hole Patagonia. Now, I tend to stay away from the more mass-produced bags, the Patagonias, the North Faces, and the Ospreys out there, mostly because you can see those anywhere. You can go to REI, any outdoor shop in your hometown probably has those 3 brands there for you to see. Some of these other brands you really can't, so I tend to like their styling, but I also like to show you what those bags are like in case you can't see them in person. You can at least see them in the video, make a smarter purchasing decision. But in all my travels as an airline pilot, I spent a lot of time in airports, and as I look around, it's just kind of a weird situation to be an airline pilot, be a quote unquote bag reviewer, outdoor person. Walking around in airports, you just get to look at bags all day. What is everybody carrying? And I rarely see some of the great bags from the brands I know and love, but I always see a ton of Patagonia black holes in every size known out there, and they sell several sizes. This is a 40-liter, the smallest duffel. They go all the way up to 70 liters, and everything in between, some with wheels, some without. Either way, then we're going to focus on the build features and quality on this bag here, 40 liters. Let's clear off the rest, get right into it. I've said enough. Let's get to the bags. Don't worry, some of those are coming back. And in the meantime, 40 liters of awesomeness, Patagonia. It's pretty cool. And I would say that of the duffels, this one shares one of my favorite features that I have in some of those duffels. We'll get them out here in a little bit, but the horseshoe zipper on the top opening up is one of my favorite features in the 1733 X11 build. This one right here, this was a Huckberry color, and so the link in the description is to the Huckberry page, but you can get them from 1733 occasionally. They don't put them out very often, but they're a little pricey. So it is what it is. This at 40 liters is a fantastic size. It's a nice accessory bag. Carry your favorite backpack and then bring this. This kind of complicates that because it doesn't have the traditional one shoulder strap. This has a backpack setup. So as you see here, here's me slinging this thing on with in the backpack mode, it is, I would say, very, very comfortable because the back panel part that you're put against your back is the top of the bag. So softer things that you have in here going against your back and making it super comfortable. Now the straps are on the thin side and they're not super beefy, so you're not going to want to probably head out backpacking this thing through airports. If you're backpacking through Europe, that kind of thing, you're going to want to backpack. This is just kind of get you from the car to the airport, airport to the airplane, airplane to the train, and then to the hotels, that kind of thing. It's not going to be something wear all day, although you could in a pinch, but these straps are not going to hold up in terms of comfort, in my opinion. And it is also super weird for me to just adjust the straps at the bottom versus the, anyway, so that's just a part of it, just the way it's designed. Now these are completely removable, buckle on one end, and then you can feed this buckle through the little D-ring here and totally take these off, which is nice little feature. The straps that are attached have a nice little snapping retention. No annoying Velcro, just snap it in there. Now your straps are together in one place. You could in a pinch probably put those straps on as a backpack in a pinch. Now the build quality, pretty good and really nice, durable, 900 TPU coated in places, but a 900 ripstop. And one of the cool things about all the Patagonia builds is they are made from 100% post-consumer recycled nylon. So there you go, you're helping the planet by using this bag. Now this is on the lower end of the price point. Let's look at a chart right here. It shows you all the bags we're going to talk about today. You can see in this diagram that at 40 liters, the biggest of in this category, we have a couple at 37. The kit bag is of course 32. You can see the price points down below, which just show you this is the, you know, very affordable, get anywhere, use a ton, and the build quality is definitely going to stand up to the test of time and the durability of a constant traveling lifestyle. So it is super nice, super durable. Lacks some features, so the other ones have, we'll get to that here in a second, but this little chart here just shows you the general dimensions. Really you're looking at the volume comparisons and the height, width, and depth, which to me, this is more of the flatter opening bag, more awesome because the way the zipper is on the top of the bag. So there's just a, you know, I'm putting up charts a lot. There's the charts that can compare all these. Two handles on either side, again, super beefy, nice little carabiner attachments for whatever you want. On this side, a pocket, sizable. And in this mode, it's kind of whatever you wanted. A couple use cases. This is actually the carrying case. This whole thing folds up inside itself into a nice little travel pack. Here's a photo of what it looks like when you get it. From my experience, getting this thing out of there and into this mode, I can't see myself folding it back into itself for transit. But either way, because of that design feature, this pocket is super big, which lends you to a couple things. You can, you know, put bigger things in here. Now you're taking away from the internal volume. This could be your dirty laundry sack. Depends on how you're packing your packing cube, but this would be a nice area to put some stuff in there. The opening of this is not really wide enough for you to put shoes. Maybe on the bigger bags, that's something you could do on those bags, but on this 40-liter side, little small, you're not going to be able to do that. So big beefy zippers everywhere, mostly on this main zipper, which let's get right into it right now. We talked about the outside features. Let's get to the inside. And again, just, you know, kind of go doing some comparisons as we go through this. The 1733, nice, super awesome, 37 liters. Again, this thing opens up, and one of my favorite features of this thing was the fact that you can kind of just open it up, go to work. There's, you know, several pockets on the inside, which is a standout of this design from 1733. Super awesome material on this one. They're always a different material build if you buy something from 1733. What's in here? A bunch of slings. Got an outdoor sling video coming up. Got lots of color in here. Super cool. Definitely excited about that one. But the biggest feature that I wanted to highlight out of 1733 was this big horseshoe zipper. And that's what I love about this design, because I want watch this. You open this sucker up, now you have everything in front of you. The biggest headache that I have with, like the kit bag design, single zipper, now you're opening into it, and you can get into it no problem, but just operating on it, it's just like kind of, this is, I can look around and see stuff very easily on either one of these two horseshoe zipper designs, not so in the kit bag. The Evergoods, of course this is the Griffin edition, but the TD35, 35 liter, it does a little better job because you can open it up. The way the design allows you to sort of operate with it open, just because of the way this bag is laid out, which I think is an improvement over the kit bag in terms of just take it somewhere and live out of the bag. The Peak design, which has some additional pockets that are awesome, but this has some little rods in here which help this thing sort of open up. And again, the zipper design allows you to kind of open up and see everything. So those are cool. I definitely like the Evergoods and the Peak design for that ability, but I really do prefer this horseshoe design. And so looking forward to testing this out a little bit more, but I'm gonna bet that, and because this is kind of a go-to, this is gonna be a go-to as well, because if you're going somewhere and living out of the bag, it's just, you gotta see in the bag. All right, so more about what's inside the black hole. Now, we have a GR2 field pocket. We have the packing cubes, which we'll get to here in a second. But basically, I've got tons of stuff in here. This is a medium. So I have a small, I've got a medium, so 3 and 6 liters. Then I have the large at 10 liters in here. And then I also have a Peak design, which again, we're talking packing cubes. Gotta talk about my favorite packing cube, so we'll talk about this one here in a little bit. Other than that, we have one zip pocket on the front, and another feature that this doesn't really have is a good place for tech solutions. So really single bagging this is gonna be tough. If you're bringing a laptop or something else, you're gonna have that in a protective sleeve and maybe put that in here. You're not gonna wanna put it up here just because of the way this flap opens up. But basically that's it. This front pocket that I said kind of takes away from some space in here, and this pocket is it. The rest is just a big open black hole of space for you to put stuff in there. A 200D on the inside, 900 on the outside. Super well built and durable. No problem in the seams. This thing is going to last forever. Now this pocket, like I kind of indicated, I'll kind of show you here, is kind of a squarish side when it's on the outside, so it's in the bag. So if you fill this thing with dirty laundry, you're taking away from your internal volume. So just think about that. For me, it's more going to be going to pack stuff on the inside and just use it for maybe your phone as you go through security, AirPods, some quick access things on the go, if you're going to single bag this one. But either way, that's the deal with that. Before we pack it up, we're gonna kind of put it off to the side here for a second, and we're gonna talk about packing cubes, which is near and dear to my heart because I use them all the time. If you haven't experimented with any packing cubes, just go to Amazon and put packing cube in there and get something that's maybe inexpensive. It's gonna be great, and it keeps your things separate. For me, I normally travel with 3. I have my work clothes, my workout clothes, my casual at night clothes. That's it, and I kind of keep them separated. And normally what I've been using is the Peak designs. I normally travel with this one, which I believe is actually a medium, and 2 of the smaller ones, which are small. And so I normally have that situated. The biggest benefit that I love about the Peak design is, single cavity in there. It does expand, so you can expand this sucker with this, and then use that zipper after it's loaded to compress it. So that's why I do it. If I'm overfilled, I re-compress everything with that side zipper. And then in the back is another opening for another area. And the way this is designed, there's like kind of a membrane in the middle. You've heard me talk about this before, but just because we're talking about packing cubes, as I wear things and I'm in the hotel, I take out my next clean things and then I put my dirty in the back. So it just kind of shifts the volume from the clean to the dirty. And then when you're home, just open this up, put it all in the laundry. So that is, to me, why the Peak design stands out. And it really is the only one in this category that does that. Some other packing cubes that we got to talk about. that I use, besides the little cheap Amazon ones I've used for a while. I now mostly use the Peak design, but some other go-tos are the Evergoods TPC 8 and this GoRuck full 10 liter. Now this thing does clamshell opening. That's the GoRuck. What's that? That's where that went. Packable jacket. It was in there the whole time. I'm gonna put that somewhere else. I'm gonna lose that thing. Anyway, so let's see. By size, we have 10, and we have another 10 Patagonia. Then we have a 8 Evergoods, which opens up very similarly to the GoRuck one. But one thing that Evergoods did is this thing sort of both halves go a little bit above the main zipper, and then when you zip it together, it kind of compresses everything. So the main zipper ends up being like a compression zipper. So that's pretty cool. Has some little handles and grab handles, and another little external zip pocket, which I don't tend to use because everything's somewhere else. So again, 10, 8, 10, 6 for the medium Patagonia, and then 3, which is about the same size as a GR1 size field pocket. This is a GR2. So let's explore the Patagonias. We'll go small to big. The small one is different than the others. It doesn't do full clamshell opening. It just kind of opens along the top, and then you just have access in there, and then you have a side little mesh pocket. That's pretty much it. When it's unused, it compresses down. You kind of see it's kind of a pod. It just kind of compresses down. The glossy sides kind of fold in on themselves. So it does, you know, when it's not being used, pack down pretty compactly. Nice little handles here so you can hang this in places. Maybe a hook in the bathroom if you use it as a small dop kit, which you could totally do. The medium and large are very similar except in capacity. Now, this looks pretty similar except for the general shape of it, more pod-like, than the Evergoods. It opens up, and again, kind of the same design feature where this thing goes above the main zipper and then you zip it closed, and then when you compress this thing together, it kind of pushes it all and keeps it together. So, you know, I'm not sure where they got the design for those, but you could probably hypothesize. I do like this design. It's super cool, and if it matches your whole, you know, Patagonia vibe, then go with it. Then it is pretty cool. There's one thing that I do like about this. Both the 6 liter and the 10 liter, they have these little, you know, little sewn in hanging tabs, so you can hang this again somewhere. Let it dry out, do whatever you want, but yeah, super durable materials. The 10 liter is the same, except it's bigger. I think I have 10 t-shirts, 5 on each side on this, 6, so kind of 1 liter per t-shirt. You know, probably fit a few more in here, maybe 1 or 2 each, depends on the material of course, but just standard t-shirts, that's what's in there. There you go. That's packing cubes. And really, the Peak design are my go-tos, just like I said, because I use that feature of putting my dirty laundry in the back. But if that's not the way you operate it, maybe you had a separate laundry bag that you like to keep with you, keep it all in one place, then these would all be perfect. And I do like these designs. They're durable. They're, you know, if they get a little bit of moisture somewhere, they're not going to get all your clothes wet. And then when you get somewhere, you just kind of flop them open, and then, you know, socks and underwear, t-shirts or shorts, and then jeans or whatever you wanted to do. Just keep things organized and easy to kind of take out of your bag, put them wherever when you travel. So there you go. That's packing cubes. Let's pack this all up. Maybe we'll use these bigger ones and then wrap up the video. All right, there we go. This is the Patagonia Black Hole. Lots of different options, lots of cool color options. Those other bags, most of them are collaboration or special editions, hard to get, hard to find. They're more expensive. So if you really just need something to travel, want to go and get something that's durable, that's going to go beyond just the trip that you're going to go on this time and use it next time, this is definitely a well-built option. Try some of the ones from REI. I I don't have any here right now, but those are good, solid options. But this one, definitely, I think, is a winner. I'm gonna got one trip planned for this one. More about that coming in the next couple weeks. You'll learn more about that as we go, but super durable, super awesome. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. More videos coming out. The next one, probably about travel. There's some other special things coming out now, which are super cool. Excited to get them in the studio, especially if they're dark oak. We'll film those, we'll do that, but this is, I think I said everything this time that I wanted to about the other bags. I don't know. I wonder if the first one was better than this. I think I remembered things I wanted to say this time and said it on this one. So ultimately, you're getting a better video, I guess, because I deleted the first ones. So with that, get outside. The weather's turning. See you in the next one.